Hey there, Magic players, Jeremiah here. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, liking the video, and leaving a comment. We have a really fun one in store for you today. Joe built this really awesome Boros deck that I've been wanting to get on the channel. Every deck being played today actually hasn't been shown on the channel before, and this game was a doozy. But let's get right into it. I'll let the players introduce their decks.
I won the dice roll, so I'll be going first. I am playing Ariette, the Beguiler. This is from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. It's a 4/4 human warlock for 4 mana. It's got lifelink. And whenever an aura I control becomes attached to a non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value less than or equal to the aura's mana value, gain control of that permanent for as long as the aura is attached to it. So I play auras and I try to steal stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it is appropriate for the mana value. So if I play an aura that costs 5, I can steal something that's mana value 5 or less, depending on what I put it on.
Okay.
I can't take lands.
Okay. I'm playing Nelly Borka, Impulsive Accuser. She was from Murders at Karlov Manor. But this is, like, she was one of the precon commanders. This is not that precon. I mean, there's a few cards from that precon in here still, but my goal is to have everyone talk to each other and, like, make decisions and interact. But I'm going to try and stay out of it most of the can. We'll see how that goes, though. So she's a Vigilance 2/4. Whenever she attacks, I get to suspect target creature and then goad all suspected creatures. Suspected creatures have menace and can't block. And then whenever one or more of my opponents deal damage to one or more of my opponents, that player and me draw a card.
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So my commander is Marin of Clan Neltoth. She's a 3/4. Whenever another creature you control dies, you get an experience counter, and at the beginning of your end step, choose target creature card in your graveyard. If that card's converted mana cost is less than or equal to the number of experience counters I have, return it to the battlefield, otherwise put it into your hand. So I have just a lot of recursion from my graveyard.
And I am playing Mirko, Obsessive Thirst. It has Flying Vigilance. Whenever you surveil, put a +1/+1 counter on Mirko, Obsessive Thirst. At the beginning of your end step, you may return target creature with power less than Mirko's power from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. So what I'm doing is taking finality counters off creatures to keep them around longer.
Everybody got a good hand?
No, not I have a hand that I'm going to take a risk keeping.
I was like, everybody's got to keep.
But I'm going to keep it, yeah. Wouldn't call it good, though.
Draw a card for turn. I'm going to play a Path of Ancestry tapped, and I will pass.
Okay. I will also draw a card for turn. I will play a mountain and pass.
I will draw. And I will play a swamp and pass.
I'll play a land and pass.
Tap. Draw a card. I'm going to play a Sunken Hollow tapped and pass.
Okay. I will play another mountain. There's no problem. And I will tap 2 for a lightning greaves.
I want to play Force of Negation.
Interesting. But,
Pitching mission briefing.
Alright.
So it's exile instead of hitting your graveyard.
Oh. That's my turn.
I will draw.
Sweet turn.
Thank you.
Play a forest. And I'm going to tap 2 for a Hermit Druid.
Cool.
Casually.
I'm going to cast a Consider.
What is that?
Surveil 1 and draw a card.
Cool. Okay. And I'm just going to pass. No shenanigans over here.
And I'm going to tap for 2 and play a Dog Detective. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 2. When opponent draws a second card each turn, you may return Dog Detective from your graveyard to your hand.
That's pretty cool.
Dylan, how many basic lands do you have in the deck?
I think...
He's not trying to deck himself too fast.
Draw a card.
I think I did that right. I didn't double check.
I have 19,
Cool.
so...
Yeah, there's 19 basics in there.
I'm going to play a Deserted Beach. So this one, it'll enter untapped because I control 2 or more other lands. I'm going to tap for 3. I'm going to cast Heliod's Pilgrim. It's a 1/2 human cleric. When it enters the battlefield, I may search my library for an aura card, reveal it, put it in my hand, then shuffle my library. So I'm going to search for an aura. Yeah, but that's going to be all I'm going to do. I'll show you when I find what I want.
Play another mountain. There's my problem. I haven't drawn any white mana.
The aura I'm searching for is Shielded by Faith.
Okay.
Gives indestructible.
I'm going to do what I have to do, which is very interesting, but I have to do it because of my situation. I will tap 3 red mana, and I will cast Wheel of Fortune.
Let's go.
What does that do?
Yeah.
What does that do? That just makes us discard?
So all players must discard their hands and draw 7 cards. So I will show you that this is not ideal for me because in my hand I do have Esper Sentinel, Trouble in Pairs, and a Dockside Extortion.
That's pretty.
I had
So,
Necromancy,
um,
Twilight Prophet, land, and a land.
I had an Eternal
But
Witness, a Blood Pet,
This no white mana. Is,
and a Shield Druid.
Yeah,
Whispering
I
One.
get that. I have had another Aura Tutor, the card I just tutored for.
that
Quite a few
also-
lands, a Solemn Simulacrum, and I really wanted to play the Steel Enchantment. I wanted to
Yeah,
it's just gain
that's
control of any enchantment.
Well,
I got more stuff in here.
maybe that was a good wheel, but in my mind I feel like I wasted a wheel just now.
I appreciate you.
Hey, all
Did
them
you
cards
get
that went in my
some
graveyard, I can get 'em right
Um,
back. So
It's like if you did, you're not telling me.
you basically just doubled my hand.
I will be passing my turn though.
Okay.
That is it.
Yeah, like this Twilight Prophet.
Oh wait, I didn't
Well,
draw 7. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh yeah, you got to draw your new hand, buddy.
Right. It was just a
And
normal
then I
one in the
one-tap
deck.
and
It was
draw.
like ugly, and I was like,
So-
yeah. I ended up pulling that one out of the booster.
Put a Force State away. Tap 2 for a Grizzly Salvage.
I mean, this deck is good. I have strong cards in it. It's just not what I want.
Reveal the top 5 cards of my library. You may put a creature or land card from among them into my hand. Put the rest in my graveyard.
And I'm not going to put any tutors in it
2,
besides Mystical Tutor.
4.
What'd you take? Sorry.
The Glow Spore Shaman.
Glow Spore Shaman. And what does that one do?
When it enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of my library into my graveyard. I can put a land card.
So it's just more pump into your.
So now I get a creature and a land, basically.
Is that it, sir?
I'm just gonna activate the force or the Hermit Druid.
Yeah.
Just do this. That's
It's
not
not
easy.
easy. There you go.
That gets to my hand. So I will discard that forest,
Sick.
and then yeah, I'll pass.
I'll reveal Island, so it enters untapped. 2 for the Swiftfoot Boots. And then 1 black for Reanimate. Going for Twilight Prophet. Losing 4.
I'm just glad that's what he reanimated.
Swing 2 at Joe.
I mean, I don't know if he realized you had a fucking Shield Druid.
Oh wait, no. Swing 2 at you.
Okay. How do I do this?
And then I'll pass.
Is Reanimate any card?
Any graveyard,
Is it?
right?
Oh,
I'm gonna play a Temple of Silence.
that's pretty cool.
Scrying 1.
He could have taken it.
Okay.
I have answers.
Did you see his face? He's like,
I'll tap for
Actually,
3.
get it.
And I mean, sacrificing for me
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
be
play
bad.
I can still do it next
Ganitha, Capuchin
Yeah.
Paragon, 2/2 first strike vigilance lifelink, or an equipment spell to cast cost 1 less. This will swing at Joe. 2, it's just 1. So 1, 2.
Oh yeah, it's a 1/2 so I will take one.
And that's
All right. So this did kind of fix my my problem here. I will play a Cliff Top Retreat. I control a mountain, definitely. So this will enter untapped. I will tap 4, and I will cast Nelly Borka, and I will pass.
Okay. I will untap. Draw. I will play Other's One. And then I will tap 4 for Marin
Nice.
Meltoth. Alright, I'll just pass.
I was like, what would
I don't
get
need the
for
card
taking
actually.
one?
I'll discard if I get the card. I don't want it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll pass.
That is an incentive. If
I'm not.
anyone is
I'm not
interested.
being that close to friends this game. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I don't actually want the
I'm
card.
gonna tap for 2 and play
No.
or
How
body
many cards
catchers.
are in your hand?
Flying whenever you avail. You may pay 2. If you do, create a token copy of body or copy catchers.
Okay. The 2 is the one.
And then we're gonna pay 2 again and play this guy. When it attacks, surveil 1.
Cool.
So we're gonna. Oh, Joe's got a blocker this
I
time.
do. But hey, if you want to draw a card, you could hit one of them, and then me and you can both draw a card.
I
That would be-
could.
that
I'm gonna
would
hit you for 2 flying, sir.
be awesome. Well, so
And
people
then
take
you're
I
gonna
will
draw
remember
cards,
that.
sir.
That is 2
That
turns
is
in
a
a
really
row
work a trigger.
that I've taken 2 from you.
You're good, my man.
Card.
Tons of
Hey,
cards in my graveyard.
I had to be nice to him.
I will
'cause
also-
I countered his Greaves, so I had to be nice to him.
Also, what?
I'll also offer you the same.
What?
Anybody, even you, Jeremiah.
For what?
Your first strike 2/2.
2, 3, 4.
I'm being nice to Jeremiah.
What do you
Definitely
offer?
4.
What's the offer?
I'm
The
gonna play
offer
my
is that
commander.
if you deal damage to anyone else, you get to draw a card.
It does
I
have the
wanted
same
to, I couldn't. I only
type
want
as my
one.
commander, so I will scry 1. I will
Fair.
tap for 1
Oh,
white. Rune of Sustenance. It's an enchantment aura. It's one of those runes. It's pretty cool. So I think I'm going to enchant the Swiftfoot Boots, actually. And because I have my commander out, I get to steal it because they're both converted mana cost 2.
Nice.
And when it enters, I'll draw a card. As long as enchanted permanent is an equipment, it has equip creature has lifelink. So now this Swiftfoot Boots has equip 1 enchanted creature gets hexproof haste and lifelink. And then this thing's got vigilance. It's cool, right? I will pass the turn.
I will be tapping 1, 2, 3, and 4 to play Aurification.
Oh, such a good. I think you got that from me.
I did get this one. Thank you,
Sweet.
thank you, yeah. Whenever a creature deals damage to me, put a gold counter on it. Each creature with a gold counter on it is a wall in addition to its other types. When Orification leaves play, remove all the gold counters from those creatures. I will attack with Nelly Borka. I will attack suspecting your commander. Okay.
Solid.
So it cannot block. It has menace, and on this attack, it is now officially goaded.
Mhm.
The attack is actually coming at you, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
So there is
Yeah, so
2
it's
for coming at you.
2
Oh, she
for-
has vigilance. Sorry, I will keep her on tap.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
That is going to be my turn. So
Polluted
Now,
Filter used to be like 50
the
bucks,
bat
bro.
can't attack me. It can't take
Because when
my stuff.
they blast him out,
Correct?
Water has
No.
too, right?
No, all I have to do is play an enchantment on your
Oh,
stuff.
it's not an attack.
Back in 2000
trigger,
something.
That's right.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, although
No,
now that it has a
tap.
suspect counter on it, even if I give it hexproof, when this goads all suspected
Conflict
creatures,
Arc
it'll
here.
still goad this.
3
Yeah.
or 2.
Unfortunately.
Or no, yeah, just Conflict Arc here.
I'm going to tap 3
Why does it need to happen?
to play a Blow Strider.
Well, Strider.
Making a goat.
Making a goat boy.
Alright, I'm
Good.
going to tap 2
Oh,
for
okay,
a
never
Glow
mind.
Spore Shaman. When it enters, I put the top 3 cards in my library into my graveyard. I can put a land card from my graveyard on top of my library. Dryad Arbor. Actually,
On the top of the library.
yeah, I'm gonna swing this Hermit Druid.
This
at
has
you,
first
sir.
strike.
Just
I'll take 1.
You want now we both get to draw a card off Nelly Borka.
I will draw a Dryad Arbor.
I broke your phone.
I will go to my end step, and I have no experience counters, but I will return a Blood Pet to my hand. And I think I still have less than 7.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm gonna tap for 3 and play my commander. I think we're gonna go for this first. Goldberry River Daughter. So I can move a counter of each kind, not on Goldberry, from another target permanent control onto Goldberry. Pay 1 blue, move 1 or more counters from Goldberry onto target permanent you control. If you do, draw a card. I'm gonna swing for 3 flying at you, Dylan, because you decided to attack me.
Okay.
We
You
will
could've
both
blocked it.
Draw a card.
Sweet. And also surveil 1 on attack first, right?
Oh yeah. Well, because this is on attack.
Yeah,
Yeah, attack would be before damage,
So yeah, when this
this
attacks,
is
I'll
combat.
surveil 1. I'll throw that in the graveyard.
and then combat
we'll
damage
draw.
goes through, and we'll draw the card.
Yeah. And then what do you get when you surveil? Beginning of your end step is when you do.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I put a counter on my guy.
At your end step.
No, when I surveil.
Oh, when you surveil that on the attack. Okay, so that would have all happened before damage.
And then at my end step, I'll return something 2 or less with power less than, so it has to be 1, and I have nothing. So
Okay.
You said that was it?
Yep.
Alright, untap. Draw a card. Command tower is land for turn. Let's start off by tapping 1, and we're going to move the Swiftfoot Boots onto my commander. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cost reduced by 1. I'm going to play Mantle of the Ancients. It's kind of probably pretty early. I probably shouldn't do it now, but I'm going to enchant my commander with it. When it enters the battlefield, return any number of target aura and/or equipment cards that could be attached to enchanted creature from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to enchanted creature. I only have the 1. It is shielded by faith, which will give indestructible.
I see why you're doing that.
Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it.
That's bad.
I want to keep in mind that this aura is attached to the Swiftfoot Boots, not my commander, so
Turning
we'll
it
get that.
sideways is a good way to do
Yeah.
that.
Then I have to attack. So
It can't be at me.
it can't be
And
a
it has
because it's
menace.
goaded, and it does have menace. So we're gonna swing. You know what? Let's flip a coin. Dylan, you're blue. Travis, you're red.
Yes.
Luke.
Yes.
Ah.
Swing at me.
Yep. So swinging. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 7/7.
So it has menace, right?
It has menace.
I will block with a goat and a Glow Spore Shaman.
It does have lifelink, so I'm
So
looking.
that will be 2 experience counters.
Alright, so untap,
Brand new.
upkeep, draw. I'm gonna play a Fury Calm Snarl, revealing a Shiny Plains. 1, 2. I will play a Talisman of Conviction with a 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 1, 2, 3 white, and 1 another for the Archangel of Tithes.
I don't know what that is.
So flying, as long as Archangel of Tithes is untapped, creatures can't attack me or planeswalkers I control unless they pay 1 for each of those creatures.
That's cool.
So like a little like half a Seedborn,
Is that foil?
or a Windborn, half a Windborn, and then also as long as Archangel of Tithes is attacking, creatures can't block unless their controllers pay 1 for each of those creatures.
Is that foil, sir?
Yes, I'm gonna go to combat. Nelly Borka will be attacking again, so I will suspect Mirko on the attack, but I will be attacking Dylan.
I'll
Blow
just
Strider?
block
Yeah,
Blow
sure.
Strider.
Yeah, okay, so I'll send the number.
I will block Blow Strider and I will get an
Kiki
experience
Jiki
counter.
Are you
combo
good,
there.
buddy? Alright, and I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
I will untap.
And then I'm gonna put I kind of want to
That
build this
is
too.
me asking you if you do combat,
It's
do it to
good.
someone
Yeah.
else so that we can
I'm
get
in the
that card
process of
draw.
deciding
want
which
to,
one
but
I want to
everybody can
build, but I'm
block
more
me, so.
towards.
I'll play a Dryad Arbor.
And
I will
that
upgrade
means
for
on the
this
field.
Champion of Lampholt.
I'm gonna do this just because it's fun. When that enters the battlefield, it's gonna trigger my Shielded by Faith. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, I may attach Shielded by Faith to that creature. So I'm gonna attach Shielded by Faith, giving it indestructible. But also, since I have my commander,
In response,
I get to take
I
it.
will tap 1. I will sacrifice the champion, adding 3 black to my mana pool.
Since the
Target is
target
gone.
went away, the Shielded by Faith will stay on my commander.
Yeah.
I will use 2 of that black and 1. I mean, a black and 2, I guess, but for Warren Soul Trader, I can
Alright.
pay 1 life, sacrifice.
I'm gonna try and take that.
In response, I'm gonna pay 1 life
We do it
and sacrifice this Hermit Druid to create a treasure token. I do not have a treasure token. Do you? That will be. So I have 1 black floating still. I will use that black to play a Blood Pet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna.
In response,
Blood
I'll
Pet's
sacrifice
cool.
them. So I will go to my and then I will choose the return or the Eternal Witness. It will go to the battlefield since I have equal to or more than
And
its casting
that'll
cost.
return.
And then when that enters the battlefield, I will return to nature to my hand.
So this, sir.
Yes.
All right. So my upkeep,
Oh,
Twilight
that's a
Prophet
little
will trigger. You guys will lose 2, and I'll gain 2. I'll draw that, and then I'll draw a card for turn. For 2, we'll play Mind Stone. For another 2, we'll play a Curate. Serval 2, so my commander will get a counter. And then draw a card. I'm gonna swing 2, 1. I'll swing 5 at you, my friend.
Oh, it's all
Me?
coming
Yeah.
in Dylan.
All
man.
flying,
You just went up 4.
bro.
You just went up to 4.
Yeah, that's
So nothing's going at Joe?
5.
Sure.
Yeah, but this came at you for 5.
Okay, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, we'll pass the turn.
Okay. On your end step, I'm gonna pay 1 life and sacrifice the Celiod's Pilgrim to make a treasure token. Because why not?
Cool. Oh, you dealt damage to our opponents. That isn't
Oh,
a
sorry.
trigger. We will.
I need a treasure token. I never made one.
Untap.
Thank you very much, sir.
Jax, we would have drawn cards. You dealt damage to
How many? One?
just one. Just one. It's just one instance of that. It'd be cool if it was per opponent.
I'm gonna play Glacial Fortress. Enters battlefield tapped unless I control a plains or an island, which I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reduced by 1. I'm gonna play Illusionary Armor on Nelly Borga. It gets +4/+4. And whenever an enchanted creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice Illusionary Armor.
Victor.
Then I'm going to pay 3. Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna target your commander with Sage's Reverie. So I'm gonna borrow this. Now, Sage's Reverie has when Sage's Reverie enters the battlefield, draw a card for each aura I control that's attached to a creature. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can draw 4 cards. 2.
And if we remove the stuff that's attached to it, we get it back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You do. So I will go to combat, and I'm going to swing my commander your way, Dylan. It's a 6/6.
Oh, I will block with a Dryad Arbor and an Eternal Witness, which will get me 2 more experience counters.
And I will gain 6. 1, 2, 3,
You know.
4, 5, 6. And I will pass the turn.
So I untap, upkeep.
On Joe's turn, I'm going to Mystical Tutor.
Okay. I hope I can do something about this stuff, man. I will play Volatile Vault. Hopefully, this gives me something. Not gonna use you for cutting anything yet. All right, 4. I'll play Mob Verdict.
Oh, hold on a second. I missed a trigger. Since I have this thing. At the beginning of my step, I may
we
return
would've
target
drawn
creature
cards,
card
too.
with
Hey.
powerless.
And I block those. Oh, and
I'm going to go with a
I'm
Solemn
gonna
Silvac.
reveal the Toxic Deluge.
So I'll get a basic land.
So each player secretly votes for another player. Then those votes are revealed. For each vote an opponent received, Mob's Verdict deals 2 damage to that player and each creature that player controls. For each vote I receive, draw a card. I draw a card.
Okay.
So I will write down my vote first and then I'll... Here,
Pass
some of
along.
these have-
I wanted to activate this a couple of times to sacrifice.
Okay, so we know how it's going to go. But yeah, you can respond.
Yeah, I won't do these things. I at least want to do my Solemn because I for
Uh-huh.
sure
You
know
wanna
that I
get the
wanted
card
to do
draw.
that. I mean, it would die anyway, but this way I'll get a card draw and a treasure.
And the treasure.
But-
Pay 1 life.
I feel like this is not such a secret vote.
I mean, there is an obvious answer here, fellas.
He's not even
I get a vote
He
too,
is
you
about to-
guys.
hey, it's not, we're not revealing yet, but I mean, I guess we know what's happening.
All right,
here.
yeah, I'm gonna
You
pick
do
Travis.
vote. Oh, you're just gonna pick
I'm gonna
Travis?
pick Travis.
All right.
Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
it's 3 for you, so 6 to you and all your creatures.
So 2 to me and all my
Oh,
creatures, or no?
shoot.
2 to you and all
Um,
your creatures.
Right. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, that
And
was confusing.
this will die. This has 8 toughness, so that'll live. This has indestructible, so it'll live. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. This is a 10.
Oh.
So all of my creatures are gonna live. Wait, 4, 5, 6.
So this
Joe.
one will die. That one
Joe.
will die.
Sorry,
And when
bro.
my commander dies,
I literally
this is still too big. I won't die. I was thinking because it's gonna get
This
rid of
is
an
dying,
aura.
right?
It's got indestructible
Oh.
because of the shielded by faith.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So hey, it was a really good try. I tried to.
Oh, I mean that was half my board.
Oh,
for sure.
Pass the turn.
I will untap.
Here you go. A little bit more efficient.
Thanks. I will untap, and then I will draw. We'll play a small. I will tap 2 to return to nature. That thing is that an enchantment?
Mm-hmm.
So that you can get your commander back.
Okay.
Yes, that's taking another
Before Joe gets
It's
it
gonna
back,
pay
I'm
one.
gonna pay a life and sacrifice Nelly Borka.
Oh, in response.
Well, I mean that's
before-
part of the cost, so it's not gonna save his commander. If that.
No, I'm saying in response before you activate that ability. Can I do that? or-
No, you would have had to have held.
You have to
priority.
respond to that ability.
Yeah, so this ability is now on the stack. This is dead. So I haven't made a treasure yet, but this.
But
is
you
dead.
can respond, but
Yeah.
I appreciate you
I
trying to
will
save it.
Tap 3. Actually, I will tap 2. And
Is this still in response or?
No.
I just okay. This
Oh,
is this
okay.
guy.
So this is
I'll make
Uh,
another
so-
treasure.
I will sacrifice this
This
blood
will
pay,
be-
getting another experience counter.
and
So
adding
that's
what
black.
one black.
So that's 3 mana. I will use it to play a putrefy on this, gaining this back, right?
So I'm gonna sack all 3 of my treasures.
Oh, is that an enchantment?
This is an enchantment.
Oh,
The
this
thing
can't
you're
even work
destroying.
on that then.
Yeah,
This is
I thought-
artifact or creature.
Oh, artifact. Your
Never
creature.
mind.
You can target the creature.
I thought
Yeah,
that
but
was
it has
creature.
indestructible
It's
because of
I
the
thought it
enchantment.
was.
Oh, that's right.
I thought that
Dang.
was.
Oh.
Yeah, no. So.
never
that
mind.
is a take back season.
Well, no,
Never
I'll
mind.
still use this and use that other 2 mana also. I'll just play a Mixweaver. Reach at the beginning of my upkeep, put the top 2 cards of my library into my graveyard. I can pay 3 and exile him to return target card from my graveyard to my hand.
Okay.
I guess now I have a spell. I can sack 3 treasures.
End step. Well, I'm gonna just get this Eternal Witness again, returning another card from my graveyard to my hand. I'm just gonna return this sacrifice to my hand, and then that'll be all.
Cool. I'm gonna pay 3 for a Toxic Deluge. How big is my commander?
It's an 8.
Cool. I'll pay 8 life.
Yeah, it's got 8 toughness.
And that gets around that indestructible bullshit too.
Yeah, so it'll
I broke it
kill
again.
that guy. So the paying life is part of the cost. So you're going to lose the 8 life even if I do counter this spell. I like the things that I have.
Is he countering this?
I'm going to pay 3. And I'm going to play Render Silent. Counter target spell, its controller can't cast spells this turn.
Fuck. You still lose the life because that's the cost to cast that.
And that was at the beginning of your turn. Oh, so you can't cast anything for the rest of your. That's
You
great.
can't cast spells this turn.
That is.
Oh, that's nasty.
If I would have known that wasn't gonna work, I would have turned something else.
That's a YouTube short if I ever saw one.
Oh yeah.
Draw a card. I'm going to play a Temple of the False God as my return.
Sucks. Good play.
Yeah, it's
What
pretty
is
crazy.
that? 2 blue, 1 white, or 2 white, 1
two,
blue?
2 blue, 1 white.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap 2 for an Arcane Signet. Tap 2 for a Mind Stone. I'm going to pay 1 and 2. I'm going to play Open the Armory. Search my library for an aura or equipment card and feel it, put it in my hand and shuffle my library. I'm going to do, yeah, just because it's fun. I'm going to do Curse of Echoes. This is the card I'm going to search for. So it has Enchant Player. It's a curse. Whenever enchanted player casts an instant or sorcery spell, each other player may copy that spell and may choose new targets for the copy.
That's gonna be fun.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keep my command tower open. And I'm going to play it. Can you come back for me, Joe? Now, I know you have a lot of instant sorceries in your deck, but I think Joe's instants and sorceries are more fun. So I'm going to enchant you with this, Joe.
Oh God.
So whenever
This
you
is gonna be
cast an
crazy.
instant or sorcery, each of us makes a copy of it.
Can or has to.
I think it's may. Yeah.
Oh,
Each
I
other
might
player
not.
may copy that spell.
Oh, I'm gonna play a wheel or something.
Or
Okay.
creatures in my graveyard.
With my 1 mana open, I will move the Swiftfoot Boots.
That will be fun. Like Wheel of
Um,
Misfortune or something.
I'll put it onto
Never got
the Murko. So now Murko has Hexproof, Haste, and Lifelink. And then I'll go to combat. Let's go with Dylan because he keeps trying to destroy my things because I'm being mean anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to kill
I've
Travis
already
because
got
I'll
25
also
lives,
lose
that's half
this.
the
So yeah,
game.
so what is that? 3, 4, 5. I said
How much?
3, 4. Yeah, it's just 5.
There's no Nelly Borkett.
Does it have menace?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's got flying and vigilance.
So I will take 5.
Dang.
I'll
Cool.
gain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's commander damage, by the way.
On end step, Mirko will trigger. I get to return something. I'll return the Heliod's Pilgrim because it has an ETB. So I'll get to search for another aura.
I'll play a Sun-Scorched Divide.
I'm going to grab a Pariah.
1, 2, 3, 4, a colorless. Ride of the Raging Storm.
Yeah, it's good.
So we're gonna force some people to attack here, at least with these things. So creatures named Lightning Ranger can't attack me. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player creates a 5/1 elemental. I have it right here. Named Lightning Ranger, it has trample and haste, and it has to attack each combat. And then at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice that creature.
I'm good with that.
1, I will tap and sacrifice my Volatile Vault, destroying target non-basic land. It's going to be this,
My temple.
I believe.
It's the only one I have that produces more than one.
Yeah, so I'll blow up your temple. That player may search their library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield, not tapped. Yeah, and then it says, then shuffle. I create a treasure. Pass the turn. And you're untap.
I will
And then upkeep, you get one of those guys.
at my upkeep, I will put the top 2 cards in my library into my graveyard.
I like these sleeves. They're really crisp.
Just bought it.
Draw.
That is a new deck.
I will play a swamp. I will
And
tap
a few cards.
3 for a Putrefied to get rid of your Swiftfoot Boots.
Not the Swifties.
Yes, Taylor Swift.
And that one
Boots.
does artifact, yes.
And it
For
can't be
sure.
regenerated. I will tap 2 and sacrifice a treasure to return, or to exile this Mixweaver, so it does not die.
So your commander doesn't
And
have
X return target card from my
Target.
graveyard to my hand.
Blow
I
it
will
up.
return this Reanimate to my hand.
Oh, and then
And I will
that
tap.
shoulder.
Reanimate this Fiend Artisan. I will lose 2 life.
Mhm.
So I will swing this Lightning Rager at you, sir.
Okay. It has trample, right?
Trample.
5/1
haste.
trample.
I'll block it with Mirko.
And it will die. And I will get
It's gonna get
an experience. And then I will go to my end step and I will choose Children, Whispering One,
Ooh, so at your upkeep, you sack a
and
creature.
return it to the battlefield.
Sweet, my upkeep, I'll sack Golbear. Drawing card.
Oh, you get that at your upkeep.
For 1, I'll play Thoughtbound Phantom.
Hey, at your upkeep, can we create the Lightning Ranger and sack it to Shieldred's ability? Because Shieldred's ability says we have to sack a creature, and at the upkeep, you also create this.
So I'm curious because it'll
Sorrel
be
3,
based on
then return a creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield.
AppNap, so active player, non-active player. So like these are like on Travis's upkeep, both of these would trigger. So in turn
when I
order,
Sorrel,
it would
just
go,
go
and then it'd be like, oh, this triggers on
Mhm.
upkeep, and then it'll go to the next player, and that triggers on upkeep. So on the stack, I think Dylan
Travis-
is always on top.
Dylan has to
Oh,
sack a
that's
real
a real
creature.
tree.
He can't do the.
I
Oh, no,
don't
he doesn't
sack
have to sack a creature.
Yeah.
At all.
Hmm.
But can we do that?
So I think it'll always be Dylan's is going to be on the top resolving
Oh, we
first.
have to sack.
Because even
first.
on your turn, your thing will resolve, or will go on the stack, and then his will go on the stack. So his will resolve before yours.
Oh.
Swing 5 at Jeremiah.
Fuck. It's got 7 toughness.
You
Alright,
go,
All right.
You're
Yeah. So I
untap.
will untap, and then on my upkeep, I'll sacrifice the Heliod's Pilgrim, which will get exiled,
And we'll create a Lightning
and
Ranger.
I'll create a Light Ranger, and then draw for turn. Play an island as land for turn. 3, 4, 5, and we'll do the path so I can scry one for my commander, and then I'll pay the 2 to do that. To take your talisman.
Okay.
Now that I have my commander, I'll actually be able to take 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna play Zephid's Embrace on your Archangel thing. Chant creature gets +2/+2 against flying and can't be the target of spells or abilities. So Shroud.
Oh, and then you gain it because
You
you're
know, gain
commander.
control of it.
Dang.
Dang it.
All right, going to combat.
That's shitty. So he can't be swung at unless we pay 1 now.
5 at
Where's the board white?
Travis and the Mirko at Dylan.
Cool. In
How
response to Mirko attacking, I'm going to pay 1. I'm going to cast Nefarious Dispersal. Return target creature to its owner's hand in Sorrel 2.
You don't even want to at least have him get hit first?
No, sir.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm going to pay a life and sacrifice it in response because I still have this thing.
Might as well.
Yeah. And I'll make a
Yeah.
treasure.
Cool. How much is swinging at me? 5?
It was just the 5/1.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to sacrifice, after combat, I'm going to sacrifice
I got
the
rid of
Lightning
them boots,
Ranger
yeah.
to make another treasure. Pass the turn.
Okay. Well, untap. upkeep, I have to sack a creature. I don't have any.
Because I took it. You're welcome, I guess. You were gonna lose it anyway.
I'd rather you not have it.
right.
Draw. Play Myriad Landscape.
Tapped.
6. I'll play Nelly Board.
Ooh, she back.
Or well, I can just walk
Hey,
my commander and
right
bounce
here,
off.
I'm gonna take another take backsies. I'm playing a different land again.
That's fine.
I just can't make up my lands this time, I guess. So watch with 3, just to speed things up. I want this game to go. Let's see about Descent into Avernus. I'll swing my Lightning Rager.
And you have to pay 1 to attack me with it.
Yes, I do. You 5 Lightning Rager. All right, pass.
Yeah, I will go. So my upkeep, I will return. I mean, it's just
Phoenix.
so it's only it's an 80 now.
Well, Strider.
And when that enters, I will create
A goat.
a goat. Hold on, I have to
Oh,
make something.
you have this.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I will tap 1 to sacrifice this Wolf Strider, adding 3 black mana to my mana pool,
Oh, so
getting another counter. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will tap 8,
Oh,
9. And I will tap him where X is 8. And I will sacrifice this Eternal Witness to then search my library for a creature or
mana value 8 or
for
less.
a creature card with converted mana cost 8 or less. Put it on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Born
That's
Vix,
right. That's
Voice
what I'm
of
told.
Hunger. I will swing Shieldred at. I need to do some damage out here, and I don't want to be the first one to die from this, so I'm going to swing it at you.
And the Lightning Ranger has to attack.
Oh, yeah, and that. I will.
It has to attack him. He's the only target.
Okay,
unless
I'll
have
swing
the
you
one.
two at those two at you.
Dang.
Sorry about
So
it.
that's
Thanks.
11.
Sorry. And then this will sacrifice an end step.
Yeah. So
Creating
the
a
Vortex
Karen.
is the one where your mana's double and ours doesn't untap, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I will return, with my
At the
experience
end
counters,
step.
the Eternal Witness, returning a let's do a reanimate to my hand.
You're just going to keep that chain up.
I love this.
No, it's fun.
This is fun.
You're welcome.
For me. Thank you.
I would have revealed
that's
this, and you guys would have lost 2, and I would have gained 2.
When is that?
Twilight Prophet.
Oh.
And then I would have drew.
Hey, the game 2 is good.
Who needs it?
Yeah, because I'm gonna animate Deadham. Getting 1,
Comes out with a -1, -0.
2, 3,
It's
4,
counts
5.
enchantments too, so yeah, you
yeah,
count those both.
5, 6, 7.
I
So
thought
12 is total.
Yeah, I was counting his, but you're not supposed to. I forgot.
We paid 12 treasures.
I'm gonna pay 5 of my treasures.
12
Play
treasures.
my commander.
Okay.
I know what he's stealing next.
Well, I do too. Dylan's life.
Uh,
This cannot stand.
Listen, I'm enjoying myself, okay? This is a fun
For
time.
2, we'll
Everybody's
play
having fun.
Demir Signet. 2 flying at Joe.
With, yeah, sure.
And then a 5-1 at Jeremiah.
You gotta pay the 1 for him.
That's fine. Here,
That's
I'll
amazing.
pay 1, 2, 3, and 4 to make it unblockable.
Well, you
All
gotta
those
tap the
lands-
passage too.
I did. Okay.
All those lands do not untap.
So you paid the
I don't
one.
care.
You
No,
paid.
technically though, his
So
Rogue's
the five is
Passage
on
will
one.
untap because he didn't tap it for mana. He tapped it for an ability. This says it has to
okay.
tap for mana.
That
So
is
the
true,
Rogue's
yeah.
Passage will untap.
You guys-
Interesting.
What do you think of Dockside?
That is pretty. I know. That was a perfect thing for after Vortex
Here,
played.
here's a treasure you can use to represent it. Bro.
Alright, untapping. Draw a card.
Oh, he hit me for you hit me for how much flying?
2.
That is a wall now.
Oh wait, why?
Oh,
Because I
of
had
the
an Orification.
And you guys get to draw a card,
Draw
right?
a gold bar. Did he deal damage to
He
someone?
dealt me 5, so both of you guys get to draw a card.
How do you draw a gold bar?
So I'm gonna tap my Arcane Signet and 2 treasures for 3 mana. And I'm gonna cast Reverse Polarity. Creatures can't block this turn. That's the mode I'm choosing.
I'm dead. Did you sacrifice? Sorry.
Oh, I have my upkeep. I
Yes.
didn't sacrifice.
Sorry.
I know that I'm gonna lose this when you die, so I might as well just sack this guy.
You are killing me this turn, though?
Oh, for sure. 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19
Alright.
coming your way.
Well, I can't block, so I will be dead.
And then I will gain 4.
-3.
Okay. So now my lands can tap and I don't have to worry about that. I will tap for 3 and I will play a Mesa Enchantress. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I may draw a card. I'm going to pay 1 and tap my Mind Stone, stack it, and draw a card. Oh, I dealt Dylan damage, so Joe, me and you get to draw a card. Yes, that'll work out. I haven't played a land this turn. I'm going to play a swamp. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to cast Pariah.
Put it on
I don't
the
need
dark
to
side.
take something. I'm going to put it on the Nelly. It's
You're
going to
gonna-
be it's going to be further incentive not to attack me because whenever I'm dealt damage, it'll deal that much damage to the Nelly Borka instead. Uncast. I'm going to draw a card off of the Mesa Enchantress. And then I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to cast Curator's Ward. Enchant permanent. Enchanted permanent has hexproof. Whenever enchanted permanent leaves the battlefield, if it was historic, draw 2 cards. I'm going to put it on my commander. And uncast it. Draw the card. And then I will pass the turn.
Okay,
So
so
the ranger goes away.
untap.
So you got a couple of upkeep triggers.
Upkeep. So first thing I'm gonna do is create a lightning ranger. Second thing I'm gonna do is have Descent into Avernus trigger for everyone. At the beginning of my upkeep, put 2 descent counters on Descent into Avernus. There's 2. Each player creates X treasure tokens, and Descent into Avernus deals X damage to each player where X is the number of descent counters, and that is 2. So 1, 2, and we
we each make
create
2
2 treasures. Can do now. Gonna play mountain. 1, 2, 3. Orzhov Advocist.
Oh, cool.
4. Smothering Tide. How about I go combat, and even though she's going to take 2 damage, I am going to swing, giving this. Where's those magnifying glasses? You still got them? Yeah, put one on that. Hit you for 2. Nelly Borka takes 2. That's fine. And then, but the Lightning Ranger has to attack as well. That is also coming at you, buddy.
If I don't block it, your Nelly Bork is going to die. You realize that, right?
Oh,
Because now it's
yeah,
going to be
because
7
that one-
damage.
Well, yeah, I guess going at Travis, sure. Oh, well, because he's only at, what, 6?
6.
5.
For 5? I'll block with Dockside.
Okay.
And how much damage I take?
Nothing.
Dockside's toughness is 2, so you'll take 3. Because
So
it's not trample.
I'll take 4.
Oh, it does have trample.
Oh,
I forget.
because of the...
You're gonna untap, huh? Then you're gonna upkeep.
Yeah, and then Twilight Prophet. See, triggers for 5. So I gain 5, you guys lose 5.
Nice.
Are you gonna pay for
1,
that
2.
draw right there, buddy? Or am I getting
No.
a treasure?
You can have your treasure. I'll play for a Master of Death. When it enters battlefield, surveil 2. Putting a counter on Mirko. I'm gonna evoke Shrieking Dreadmaw, blowing up Nelly Borka.
Ooh.
Pay 1, sack the Mind Stone to draw a card. So we're gonna convoke this creature for 1. 2, tap this for 1, and then 3, 4 for Pylon. I'll destroy target creature or planeswalker. Surveil 2. I'll destroy your. Oh wait,
It
commander.
has hexproof,
What
and
is
this has shroud.
Of course it does.
Of course it does, is right, yeah. You want to kill my 5/5 or my Enchantress?
I'll kill your Enchantress.
Yeah. So the Enchantress is still pretty good.
And
But
then
yes.
I'll surveil 2. So he'll get a counter. This will get a counter. And then we'll go to combat. I'll swing 9, 10, 11 at you, Jeremiah.
11. Taking 11. 10, 11. I do deserve it, and that's 3 command damage.
There you go.
How many of your permanents shouldn't have untapped because of the Vornclex?
Oh, so I'll just instantly scoop.
it's,
of my
it's okay.
Oh man, I totally messed
I
that
meant
up.
to remind you, but then there's so much stuff happened in between that I completely
No,
forgot.
I'm instantly dead.
All right, sure.
I'll
We'll
accept-
play
I'll
this
I mean,
out.
all your creatures are tapped. I'm at least gonna attack and kill you on my turn.
Okay.
So now you
to
don't get the
be
option
fair.
because I already scooped.
No, I see. I don't like doing that for camera. So I'm gonna at least send enough damage your way to kill you
Oh, that's
to
fine.
have a satisfying end
That's
because
fine.
you were tapped out.
Here,
no blockers.
We'll keep my treasures, yeah.
All right, I will untap for my
I
turn.
still have it all right here. I already know I'm gonna die anyway. So I literally swing everything.
I will tap 2 to cycle
I tried
this
to help
fetid
you, too.
pools.
Mhm.
Got another land, so I couldn't play it. Games of
The
Coilos.
cycle didn't pay off.
1, 2, 3. For an ardent, intrepid archaeologist. 2/2. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I may attach any number of auras and equipments I control to target permanent or player.
Oh.
And
Oh, would you
then-
have paid the one for the?
I'm gonna say no. You can make the treasures.
Okay.
I will go to combat. So that's gonna be
But I
4.
mean, I'm the only player left.
So that's
Oh.
gonna be 9 at Travis
Cool,
and
my guy.
5 at you, Joe.
So the 5 at me. Oh, and you have a lightning ranger.
Oh right, the lightning major. Yeah.
Can't come at
So
me. So,
so
that would go
then
at him.
so then it's gonna be more at you then because then it'll be
Yeah.
it'll still be 9 at Travis and then it'll be 10 at you.
10 at me. I'll take the 10.
And then I'm going to pay 3, 4, 5 and I'm gonna cast Yorion Sky Nomad. So 4/5 flying. When it enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents I own and control. Return those cards to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. So I'm gonna blink my Arcane Signet. I guess just these two things. When this leaves the battlefield, I get to draw 2 cards because it's historic,
Okay.
even though they're both leaving at the same time. But they will re-enter and have to be attached the same way. But I will draw 2 cards.
Okay, and that is 2 more triggers on my smothering tide for the drawing 2 more cards.
Yeah. Do I want to leave them in the same spot? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna have it re-enter on this thing so I can take it.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. But I'll still get to draw the 2 cards. I won't pay. And since I can't really do anything else, I'll tap for 2 and I'll play a Thought Vessel.
Huh. So you just took.
Oh, and this will lose its suspect counter.
Where's the?
Oh,
okay.
and since I dealt damage, I gain 4 life. So
Yeah.
I heal plenty of
This
jobs.
is- I think you
That
might
was it.
have
Go
it in
ahead.
the bag, man. Let's see what I can do.
You make a lightning rager.
Yes, I do.
And then more treasures and damage, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
that's
does that deal
uh,
damage to you too?
Yes, it's each
Awesome.
player. So yeah, so it like speeds things up. So we each take 4, and we each make 4 treasures.
Yeah, so you'd be at 6 treasures.
I'm at 11 treasures.
Oh, nice.
I'll get another board. I got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Should actually make that your commander.
6,
Should actually make
7,
that your commander.
8.
I don't know, because Liberty Prime is pretty great.
Now the board. Nothing to use all these treasures on.
That's why I was like, I'm a fan of these.
Swing 5.
Swing 5. I'll take 5.
Okay, and that's my turn. Oh yeah, that's it.
Untap.
Here you go. You can't
I
just
get it,
you can't hit me.
Untap everything.
Wait.
Draw a card. Play Plains return. Go to combat. Let's just swing it off
Okay.
and see what you do.
Oh, with the lightning ranger.
Yeah, I have a
Oh, right.
response or 2.
Remember, if it's in a sorcery, I got a copy of
Which is so
it.
stupid. Which this I guess won't make any difference. I'll pay 4 and I'll entrapment maneuver.
Nice. So I get to choose what's getting sacrificed. This one's the small one, so I'll sacrifice this one.
Okay, and I'll create equal to its toughness, which is 1.
Who's 2? This is 2.
2.
2, 2.
Oh, so I'll create 2 soldiers. I'll draw a little guy, but
Sorry, the entrapment maneuver. I could get
Oh,
a
yeah.
copy, so I could sacrifice my own thing.
just be less damage at me.
I'll copy the entrapment maneuver and sack the
Okay.
talisman.
On the stack, it was also a deflecting poem. Next time a source of my choice will deal damage to me this turn, prevent that damage. If damage is prevented this way, deflecting poem deals that much damage.
And
that
the
layer
biggest
control.
power I have is this guy. It has Shroud, but that just says choose any source. It
Yes.
doesn't target, so you can choose that.
So what is it now? 5?
It's 5, yeah. It's
Oh,
5
so I'll just do 5. So you'll take 5, and then I will take just off of this is prevented.
Yeah. So
what's
4,
this?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. And I made 5 1/1 soldiers, and you made 2.
I have 2 here.
I'm going to cast Gift of Immortality onto my commander. Whenever enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Return Gift of Immortality to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. Pass the turn.
Okay. Upkeep. At my upkeep. And 2, we both lose 6, which will kill me.
Sorry, what?
Kill me. We both lose 6 in my upkeep.
Oh,
And leave you at 1.
that's crazy.
I'm at -3.
Did I even gain my 4 off of the attack too?
I don't think you did, so you'd be at 5. GG's though.
Oh my goodness, that was a close game. Joe nearly had me there at the end. Deflecting Palm, scary good card. What did you guys think of our decks that we played today? My Aura's deck is actually brand new. This video was the first time I had actually played it against anybody else. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, hit the like button. And please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Better yet, leave a comment. Please, I love replying to everybody's comments. I hope to see you guys again in the next video. See you, Magic players.